our nation is doing very well compared to other nations in the region and similar size. We have growth. There's a tremendous improvement in the construction industry. Agriculture has fared fairly okay given the fact that we have significant competition from abroad and there is certain like climate issues affecting our agriculture. But I think that our dollar is very stable, and in countries in comparison to Belize where there is significant downturn, negative growth or zero growth, to live in a country where there is respectable, healthy, and consistent growth, that's something that we have to be very proud of. I think that government has been very responsible. I think that the fiscal policy and the economic policy of the central government, particularly the Ministry of Finance, has been very, very positive, and it has kept us on a point of continuous growth. But we do have vulnerabilities. The report, I think, mentioned the super bond. They mentioned the fact that principal payments will become due, so that the areas where the report highlights as vulnerabilities are things which really are outside government's control.
You have been a mayor who has had to implement certain measures in order to increase revenues, to fuel the work within the city. We understand that the IMF has also made some recommendations. Do you feel that a time will come when government will have to perhaps increase taxes or put other measures in place to increase revenues?
Well, I think that government's decision is very challenging in terms of whether or not you take a direction towards austerity. We've not taken that direction. You've seen a significant amount of infrastructure investment. I see a tremendous amount of multiplier. I mean, you look at a street like the Central American Boulevard, there's a lot of economic activity stimulating as a result of government spending. On the Northern Highway, we will expect that. On Chetumal Boulevard, Lake Independence Boulevard, we're going to expect that. I do think, however, that in terms of a certain tightening up of the reins, perhaps maybe that would be necessary, but that's not something which I think will be something that's very promotive of economic growth. I think government has always been on the point of ensuring that there's a safety network. Many of government's programs, in terms of the Boost program and the educational assistance and so forth, have been very encouraging and stimulating of economic activity. The spending on infrastructure has been very good for our economy, and I think those things will continue, notwithstanding the fact that in some areas I think that there may need to be austerity.